And Landon, I think this is your water right there, so make sure you finish it. Landon, pay attention, man. What up, Spirit?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full
I thought you were supposed to be gone.
Field in Seattle. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time.
Right there for my brother.
As we're underway in the NFC title game.
And this little conference championship game real quick.
Will be a touchback.
Yeah, probably hit the gym after this.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Kenneth Walker, the third. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now that was an excellent run.
That's a real thing, fam. Like, that's why I use that elliptical so much, fam.
Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. And go get the
Cause I enjoyed running, but boy, after I got done sometimes, it wasn't even like a good pain. It was just pain. It wasn't even like, ooh, I felt this. It's like, my leg. Like, oh. But that elliptical, I was good at that with that.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48.
Yeah, he's just going to run a lot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Barrett looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Did you see how this is crazy?
He needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And they're getting him
I don't even remember. I just was blind when he traded last night out of Rage. I was so upset. I think I got. I know I got Michael Conley.
But they must like the matchups.
No, I didn't. I got him still. Yeah.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a good job of finding the open space.
Yeah, we just did something. You didn't hear me? We literally just did something. Passing what we just did. And we're not done either. I just gave him a break because we went over 2 scores.
So he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right
Pass
there.
him. He went over Joseph in a little kid
and he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback.
Yeah, I knew by looking at this cat's numbers that he just ran successfully.
Nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Just gotta stop this run. Yeah.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
He ran so much that his people are out.
Here's Barrett. This is Fant on the short completion. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what it is like, it's because we used to have them, we used to have them great. But right now, we ain't got those on the window.
You'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him. He can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's used the entire first quarter.
Throwing here, Barrett. Escaping the pressure right.
No way, you gotta fumble that.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
And him running the football is not something that defense is
He's got to fumble that.
But this guy has a survival instinct.
He's dropped it. He broke a tackle.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he won't get
Give me that, man. Come on, bro.
4th and 3.
Oh, first quarter.
On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all.
The whole first quarter is gone.
They decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
That is crazy.
Put this one through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with
had
the
to get some
football
niggas
here.
around him that can
As
sleep
they've got it
fast.
as we resume action.
Yeah, I was just kidding. I ended up keeping him and the other guy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will
What's that
send
nigga
this one
name?
away.
Ben Simmons. I ain't getting rid of my niggas. First of all, he was the best player in our game, so let's not do that. He was literally the best player in the game, so let's not do that.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. It'll go as a gain of 4.
I'll go when I play against cats like this, because I try to speed them up. Try to make them play my tempo.
And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
I know, but if I can get to a lead.
Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing. Love.
Oh, I missed the
Swing it out
Teddy.
wide to Jacobs. So he stopped for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
That's funny, man.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to
I have
move
no
the chains.
idea. I never needed to use them.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
Alright, what is it? I need to look now. I need to see if I can do this. Wait just a second. I need to see if I can go for this. 4th and 2. What's y'all 4th rules? I think I gotta punt this, I guess. In your own territory.
Doesn't get them the first down, brings up a 4th down situation.
Go drop it right.
Defensively, they knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt.
4th and 2. I got to punt. That's up.
And it'll be Seahawk football first and 10.
It didn't say anything about a 4th and 2 on that side. Yeah.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none.
That's caught inside the 20.
Is he Christian Watson?
Christian Watson, 73 yards.
Okay, that's fine.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Love. Throwing quickly here, and he's got Jacobs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit. Get the running game going back inside.
Takes this to
I love when my players run right past it, bro. Makes me feel all good.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Love looking to throw it. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
Probably
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game. It's a first
on
down.
my door making a beat this morning. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, I'm just returned my God. Nigga, if you don't get the hell off my doorstep, man.
NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
And he is
Hold
going
your
to lose
block,
yardage
man.
here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has
Oh, my goodness.
Intercepted. And the Seahawks
Oh, my God. It's a bad read, Lee.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Barrett will look to pass it. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Barrett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
No way, bro. Come on.
DK Metcalf, 61 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They're really determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes our score 17.
Nigga, did you see the catch he just caught? Oh, yeah, we're going to get it together. All right, come on, please.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
All right, we just got to get points here. We're good.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Literally,
the Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Love now. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
And he's got it. And it's a Packers
Come
touchdown.
on. Let's get back in this.
Kraft in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. The final shot before break. Barrett, and Walker has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Yeah, you like that though. Fair joke for that.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Love from the gun. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He finds his man complete. That's Young. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
The slot man in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. 2nd and 5 now.
No way! Come on!
So it's kind of more of the same.
Oh,
To come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
sweet goodness, that's horrible, Madden.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down. Because
I'm about to take it L because I can't get the ball back out the ball. And this cat is just running to every single place. It's going to run the clock out.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
That's my best tackle. This was a rough game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
How many tackles did he right back up?
Starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now Barrett. He finds Jigba.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What are we doing?
But not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch.
Nobody tackles.
Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
On a run commit, Sam. On a run commit.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
Run commit, dog. That's tough.
Now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Man, that fumble screwed the hell out of me, man.
They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage partners. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Oh, that's tough, man.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And then the team better. Can't run. Everybody on this defensive line is traded. Nobody on the offensive line is there to combat it. It's all good.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the right side and intercepted. Inside.
Try to force it there. That's okay.
It's a touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan.
He played a hell of a game.
And Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together.
Felt like I panicked after that. Because he was using so much of the clock with his running, and like I have to throw.
And how about him culminating with a pick 6?
One-dimensional pretty fast.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That hurt.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Even right there, that was an immediate goal.
Set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
What?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
What button did I press? Because it wasn't that one.
At the 35. 4-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had
My
on the
defense
defenders,
couldn't tackle
they
his
got eaten
thing.
up, and they came up with the interception.
75 yards rushing for him now to this point. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right, if it's college
No
football,
fumble, nothing. We're popping him too. Like, he's the one running excessively, and my player gets a fumble because of goodness gracious. This is such a lopsided game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to get the first down.
That's such a lopsided game, bro.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
No fumble at all. Why?
2 yards on the
What's the difference?
It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. The Seahawks are the NFC champs. Time for us to sign off. Thank you so much for watching, and good night, everybody.
It's a first down, bro. I'm about to bring the game up to a one possession game. And he fumbles and goes out of bounds. And then I'm going against somebody that 1, 2, 3, 4, this guys. Hey. So man, look at this, man. Like we popping him too, bro. Like we're hitting him too, man. Just never got a fumble. He didn't miss a throw. That's good. $25 actually. Oh, 24. Even on that DK Metcalf touchdown pass. Like now this one was good. Yeah, this one was a bomb. I didn't know he had him over there. And he probably could have threw it either way, honestly. Because both of them are right in my neighborhood. Let's see what I do here. Oh, I'm expecting. This is a bad read, but I'm expecting him to make a break right here and just be open. But instead, he never gets out of his break. So, and my anticipation, I threw an interception. But that's a bad read. But this right here, like nothing. Like that's tough, man. And I get that that's DK, so I ain't tripping off of that. But it's just like, nigga. But it makes this play hurt. And the rest of it literally was just runs. After that point in time, I had to go. I couldn't get nothing going on the ground. He got everything on the ground. So there that was.